wise man said, empowering a woman is equivalent to empowering a whole community. How about when you choose to empower a girl child, youth and women at once? The results are as incredible as you guess. Hard work and determination are some of the key factors towards a successful community. In today's episode, we speak to a lady with the above-named qualities who has fought many, if not all odds, to achieve her goals and dreams.
My name is Sharlet Akinyi, born and raised in Kwale, in specific Msambweni constituency. I'm 29 years of age. I grew up in Kwale, and as I earlier mentioned, in Msambweni constituency. I went to primary school that is called Mwakigwena. I was there for about 2 terms, and then I got scholarship and was later enrolled to Mikael Academies, in specific Logitech Primary School then, which is now known as Wikunda Primary. And then from there, under Mikaela Academies, I went to Lulu High School, which is still in Msambweni constituency. All of them are in Msambweni constituency. And then after that, I went to Moi University under scholarship still under the Friends for Life Foundation, a foundation that assists marginalized groups and disadvantaged students, to be specific again. So yeah, I was advantaged to be one of the people who were lucky. Yes, because of maybe my records and how I used to perform in school.
Though raised by a single mother, Sharlet's journey of education was not as rough, as she received scholarships from various stakeholders.
Having been raised by a single parent, really, my mom could not afford to take me through primary school education to high school to university. So from the onset, from the beginning, I got sponsorship from different people from abroad, until now Friends for Life Foundation now came on board in my university education. So I graduated in 2014. I got a second class upper in public relations. What really motivated me then, and what really scared me at the same time, was the fact that I was going to remain in the same situation forever. It was so bad that every day I used to tell God to give me the strength, to enable me to see me through to the next day, where I will see a better tomorrow.
As a way of giving back to the society, Sharlet says she's put up a foundation captioned Hope Avenue, where she engages in mentionable activities aimed at service to humanity.
Through the Hope Avenue, I've been able to inspire a lot of them. For example, I've been visiting children in homes, especially every December. So I mobilize a few friends. When I was starting the Hope Foundation, I remember I approached a few friends and then I pitched to them. I told them, you know what, of course, a few friends who had the same dreams. So tukakaa chini, tukasema sasa unajua lazima tusaidie komiti yetu. So we sat down, we came up with a proposal, we approached a few entities, and we got massive support. So what we've been doing, tunaenda kwa children's homes, especially tunaangalia ile teenage group ambao they're very vulnerable. They need motivation, they need inspiration and what have you. So we go visiting them, we speak to them, we tell them the truth. And when I say the truth, I mean what the society is all about.
Usually, there is a driving force behind every good deed, and as Sharlet affirms, hers was no exception.
I lost my only sister in 2018, and she was an inspiration to me. She used to volunteer in hospitals when she was in campus. Actually, she died when she was in 4th year at KU Mombasa. And they had a group that used to volunteer in hospitals, giving hope to people, donating food, encouraging the sick. They also used to visit children homes and also young girls in schools. And I felt the need, and I felt extremely inspired. She was my younger sister, and here she is. There she was. I don't know how to put it, because I'm yet to come to terms that she's no more. Being her elder sister, I felt the need to continue living her legacy. That is what inspired the Hope Avenue. When she passed on, that is when I realized the kind of a vacuum that she left, especially in Mombasa County. She had a huge following of the youth who entirely depended on her and her group for that kind of inspiration, for that kind of motivation, transformation, hope, call it, name it. And I said, wow. So this is what Monica used to do. I will not let this die. That is why I decided to call this foundation the Hope Avenue.
I got pregnant at a tender age, and no girl should go through the same. This is one of the many challenges that needs to be addressed on a larger scope, as Sharlet puts it.
The place I come from, that is Kwale, and Msambweni constituency in specific, there are a lot of early childhood pregnancies. As it stands now, the number is at 2,500 in Kwale, and that is an alarming number. Personally, I was affected by such setbacks. I got pregnant when I was in class 8 at the age of 13. And some of these things came about. I don't want to put blame on anyone, but these are the kind of things that I wouldn't want any other person to go through. Being sponsored by these people from abroad, and they have so much expectations about you. They just care about your education. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about the mentorship process, which is something that I really want to talk about, and how we can mentor the girl child and the marginalized group. And now when I went to high school, of course, there was a lot of stereotyping and people looking down upon me. And at some point, I think my sponsors even thought about giving up on me. But I really worked hard on myself to prove myself that, these setbacks are there. I got pregnant at a very tender age, but I was still willing to put in more efforts and to work extra hard and become somebody in the society. And this is not a challenge that only affects me. If you're looking at the numbers, and I'm talking about 2005, 2004, 2005, 2006, and looking at the numbers now, we are 2,500 in Kwale. That means that the trend is going upwards. So there's something that really needs to be done from there.
There are a number of stakeholders that are working closely with her in making the project a success.
I'm using the Hope Avenue to bring on board also other people and other avenues to support in giving food to, again, the marginalized groups down there in Msambweni. So currently I've been able to feed about 5,000 people, which is still a very small percentage of the kind of people and the people that I want to reach down there. So that is that has also made me come up with a mini proposal. I've talked to a few people. I've talked to GO for the Deputy President's wife, Her Excellency Madam Rachel. I have talked to other entities as well.
Sharlet's experience in life is an inspiration to those around her.
A lot of setbacks will always come on the way, but you have to be self-disciplined. They say once bitten, twice shy. Nobody ever wanted to learn about my story and how it happened, and how at a tender age of 13, people took advantage of me. I wanted to change that narrative. I wanted to make people believe in me. So indeed, it gave me a sense of being disciplined. Okay? Being disciplined, and the urge of wanting to prove yourself to the society that you're not that person that people think you are, irrespective of what your story is and why maybe you were in that position, got pregnant at a tender age. So self-discipline, persistence, perseverance, and prayer, and belief in God.
Mbele iko sawa is her slogan.
Looking at where I'm coming from and looking at the future. And one of my slogans is mbele iko sawa. Mimi naona mbele iko sawa. Na nikisema mbele iko sawa, naangalia na mahali nimetoka na naangalia na wale wenzangu.
Her other interests include politics, as she is an aspirant for a political position in her constituency.
As an aspirant for the Msambweni Member of National Assembly by-election set, I am in the race, even though I have received a lot of intimidation from a few people here and there. Haturudi nyuma, sirudi nyuma, nitasimama imara kupigania masuala ya watu wasiojiweza Msambweni, the marginalized groups, ya kupigania masuala ya mayouth na ya wanawake na kila mtu kwa ujumla Msambweni constituency. The challenges are there, but I will not use those challenges to seek for sympathy from my voters.
If elected, how different will she be from the other leaders?
Na mtakaponichagua mimi kama Sharlet Mariam, zaidi na yale ambayo nishayatenda ambao pale bado yanaonekana kwa ground mpaka sasa hivi, hata kabla hamjanichagua, nitaendelea kupatia kipaumbele empowerment ya youths, empowerment ya women. Ile CDF kiti najua 65% inaenda katika education, lakini lazima tupatie kipaumbele ujenzi wa shule ambazo zina base themselves katika competency based education.
Having been privileged to work under the leadership of the Nairobi County Governor, Sharlet learned quite a number of positive things.
So I was seconded to Nairobi County for a period of 1 year from National Construction Authority, and I was privileged to work directly under His Excellency the Governor of Nairobi City County, who has been a major source of support in terms of motivational support, inspiration, and what have you. Looking at what he's doing in specific Nairobi, because he's the governor of Nairobi, he has to give a priority to his people here. So I said, this thing can also be done. And Sonko Rescue Team, by the way, unajua ina cover the whole country. Hata utoke wapi inakusaidia. Lakini na mimi nikasema, lazima ni draw motivation kutoka hapa. Ni sawa yeye anasaidia, lakini kule kwetu kule nyumbani kule Kwale, ama mimi kama binafsi, mimi kama Sharlet nitasaidia vipi? Na ndio maana nikasema wacha nichukue motivation kutoka hapa. Na ndio maana sasa ile kidogo, unajua wale wanadual kidogo na mambo ya kuempower especially financially, lakini mimi ile silaha niko nayo ni maneno. Na saa zingine Waswahili tunasema maneno matamu humtoa nyoka pangoni. Maneno matamu yanaweza kumtoa nyoka pangoni. Kwa hiyo saa zingine unaweza pata mtu pengine kwa pale hospitali, Sonko Rescue Team imeshamlipia pesa, ama amepelekwa India, ama pengine anaenda kufanyia upasuaji, lakini na wewe ukaenda pale na maneno matamu ukamtia moyo. Unajua uponyaji pia unatokana kulingana na yale maneno matamu yako unayopatiana. Kwa hivyo na mimi nikasema what is that gap that nimeona ambayo Sonko Rescue Team haijafeel, na mimi naingilia pale katikati.
As a parting shot, she makes me understand that it is not about status nor wealth. Giving should be done willingly and wholeheartedly.
No matter how little you think your help would look like, it will always go a long way. That little effort that you'll put into speaking hope or into giving into that needy person goes a long way. In the past I used to think that you have to be in a particular office or in a certain office to be able to lend that helping hand. But that's not the case. Wherever you are, hata kama uko chini vipi ama uko wapi, you can help. You can play a part in changing someone's life. And it's not about money. Most of these people, I will repeat, it's not about money. So that changed my whole perception about service to humanity. And it's a beautiful thing. The Bible says, blessed is the hand that gives, that the hand that receives. There is so much joy into giving. And giving is not only in material. Speaking. Na mimi nasemaga, mimi sina silaha, sina mali, sina fedha, lakini nina silaha. niko na maneno yanaweza kumtia mtu moyo. That changed my whole perspective. And when I go on the ground, when I'm talking to young ladies, when I'm talking to people down there, I tell them, start from wherever you are. That little help that you think is too little will go a long way into someone's life. And that is how my whole perception about service to humanity was changed.